king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing fell in wrath because that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and a jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his train, to trace the forest wild, but she perforce withholds the lovely boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now they never meet in grove or green, but they do swear that all their elves, for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape and making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, or sometime make the drink to bear no barm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I, a fat and bean-fed horse, beguile, neighing in the likeness of a filly foal. Nay! And sometime lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in the very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her withered deal I pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for a 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum, down topple she, and Taylor cries and falls into a cough, and the whole choir holds their hips and laugh and wax in their mirth, and knees and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there. But room, fairies, here comes Oberon.
And my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon? Very skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, and not I thy lord.
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day, playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here? Come from the furthest step of India but that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon. Your buskinged mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded. And you come to give their bed joy and prosperity?
How canst thou thus for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Didst thou not lead him through the glimmering night from Perigenia, whom he ravisheth, and make him with fair Eagles break his faith with Ariadne and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since the middle summer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by painted fountain, or by rushy brook, or in the beached margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which, falling in the land, hath every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents. The fold stands empty in the drowned field, and the crows are fatted with the murrian flock. The nine men's morris is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. Human mortals want their winter cheer. No night is now with him more peril blessed. Therefore the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air that rheumatic diseases do abound. And furrow this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. Hoary-headed frosts fall on the fresh lap of the crimson rose, and on old Hyam's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery, set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries, and the maced world by their increase now knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my hint.
Set your heart at rest. Thy fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and a despised Indian air by night full often has she gossiped by my side. But she, being mortal of that boy, did die. And for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day.
Oh.
If you will patiently dance in our round and see our moonlight revels, come with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies, away! We shall chide downright should I longer stay.
Well, go thy way! Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury! Ah! My gentle buck, oh, come hither! Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed. A certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft, quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon, and the imperial votress pass it on in maiden meditation fancy-free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound. Maidens call it love in idleness. Oh. Fetch me that flower! The herb I showed thee once, the juice of it on sleeping eyelid laid, will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me that herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle around the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull, on meddling monkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can do it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. Get away from me! But who comes here? I am invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here am I, and wooed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not, in plainest truth, tell you that I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you feed me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel, strike me, spurn me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave. Unworthy as I am to follow you, what worser place can I beg in your love than to be used by you as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much, to leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not, to trust the opportunity of night in the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face, therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. I expect are all the world. How can you say I am alone when all the world is here to look on
I'll
me?
run from thee and hide thee in the breaks and leave thee to the mercy of the wild beasts.
The wildlet hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies and Daphne holds the chase. Bootless speed when cowardice pursues and valor flies.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou follow me, do not believe but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
Aye, in the temple, the town, the field, you do mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love like men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not meant to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well, Demetrius!
Oh, fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower here? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And with the juice of this, I'll shriek her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it and seek through this grove. A young Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Oh, thou shalt know him by the Athenian garments he hath on. Oh, and affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look, thou meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall be so.
Owl. Sing me now asleep, then to your office and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and blinders do no wrong.
Come not near our fairy queen,
Nightingale with melody, singing our sweet lullaby, la 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Weaving spiders come not near, hence you long-legged spinners hence. Beetles black approach not near, worm nor snail do no offense. Nightingale with melody, singing our sweet lullaby, la 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm nor spell nor charm, come our lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Nightingale with melody, singing our sweet lullaby, la 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Hence, away, now all is well. One aloof stands sentinel.
Never harm nor spell nor charm, come my lovely lady nigh. So good night with lullaby, la 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 lullaby. What thou seest when thou dost awake, do it for thy true love's sake. Love and language wish for his sake. Be it ounce or cat or bear, hard or boar with bristled hair, in thy eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, oh, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak truth, I had forgot our way. Well, rest us, Hermia, you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, one trove.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off and do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth, and then, by your side, no bedroom we deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Not much of a shrew my manners and my pride if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off, in human modesty. No. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant! And good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. And then in life, when I am loyalty, here is my bed. Sleep give thee all this rest.
Half that wish the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring well. Night in silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. That is he, my master said, despiseth the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid. Sleep to seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I'm gone. For I must now to Oberon.
Stay! Oh, thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so.
Stay. On thy peril, I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath of this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy was Hermia, where so she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I am ugly as a bear, for beasts that meet me run away for fear. But who is here? Lysander on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sorrow
run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia, Lord? What though? Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia. No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who will not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed. And reason says, dear maid, things growing are not ripe until their season. So I, being young, am not right not to reason. Often touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love stories written in love's richest book. Oh.
Wherefore was I this keen mockery born? Wherefore did I disturb such scorn? It's not enough, it's not enough, young man. I did never know, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eyes. You must lack my insufficiency. Oh, good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner to woo. Fare thee well. Perforce I must confess I thought you lord of true gentleness. Oh, that lady of one man refused. Should of another therefore be abused.
Seest not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a serpent of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. Or, as thy heresies that men do leave, are hated most of those they did deceive. So thou, thy serpent, in thy heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. In all my power, address your love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
You are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.